This video addresses struggle, especially as encountered by college students. Let's begin by defining the term. Struggle can be a verb or a noun. As a verb, it means making a strong attempt to deal with adversity. It implies that the opposition is very challenging, a lot of effort is required, and that a person who struggles often finds it difficult. The noun form means pretty much the same thing, it just refers to the effort itself. If struggle is difficult, why do it? Firstly, it's unavoidable in a fallen world. The next four statements convey the impact of the fall in direct, concrete, personal ways. First, life is hard. Next, it's not about you. Third, you're not in control. And lastly, you're going to die. Struggle is a direct consequence of all of these statements, all these realities. The words are harsh, but they're true. Forgetting or refusing to accept that these statements are true leads us away from joy, which is possible in all circumstances, no matter how difficult they are. Struggle in and of itself isn't bad. In order to achieve great things, we need to be challenged. Challenges expand our horizons. They can lead us to great accomplishments. They can cultivate our gifts and talents, and they can help us to grow in virtue and holiness. Some of the virtues that can be developed through struggle include fortitude, which permits a person to stay on track and resist pressures of all kinds. Perseverance, which is steadfastness or persistence in the face of obstacles. Industry, which is good use of time, spending it pursuing worthwhile and important goals. And humility, the acceptance of truth about oneself. Struggle, whether it's good or not, can be stressful. The origin of stress can be from within. It can be from within or from outside factors, and sometimes it's from a combination of these things. Its effects can manifest themselves in how a person thinks or feels emotionally or physically. It can cause a lot of difficulties, anxiety, feelings of helplessness, and it can also make it harder for us to accomplish the things that we wish to do. Stress is inevitable, so we need to learn how to manage it. First, we need to reflect on our lives to try to pinpoint what causes our stress, whether our overall level is low, medium, or high, measuring it, and to also think about what we can do to alleviate it. One of the most effective ways for dealing with stress is to develop healthy habits such as getting regular and sufficient sleep, eating a balanced diet, exercising, making sure we have regular contact with family and friends, and cultivating a life of prayer. One of the documents on Canvas for this course is a checklist that you can use to measure your stress level. Go through this checklist and record which of these items has happened to you during the past year. Does your overall stress fall into the mild, moderate, or severe category? We also need to consider interior life and prayer. To have interior life is to seek God in everything, to cultivate a life of prayer, and to strive to live in the presence of God. It connotes intimate, friendly conversation with Him and a determined focus on internal prayer versus external actions, while these latter are transformed into a means of prayer. This approach to life helps to foster supernatural outlook, a sense of trust in God. We see His hand in everything and learn to trust Him more and more, and to rely less and less on our own strength. This relieves many burdens that are placed on us and that we place on ourselves, and can lead to greater resilience, improved health, more hope, and less depression and anxiety. Some of the resources that can help to foster interior life and a life of prayer are readily available on the University of Mary campus, and they are shown here. They are inspired by and in harmony with the Christian, Catholic, and Benedictine mission of the university. Take charge of your situation and make a plan for managing your responsibilities in such a way that you are not overwhelmed by stress. It's good to get suggestions from a multitude of sources, but strategies that work for other people may not work for you. Reflect on your strengths and weaknesses. You know yourself. Choose a couple of concrete actions that you can use to help you. Ask for help from people who know you well and are interested in your success. Identify resources that can help you. This can include tutoring, both online, as shown in the menu on Canvas, and in person in Welder Hall and in the engineering building. You can also get assistance through the Student Success Center. Fortitude and resilience are always good to have, and we want to increase in both. However, sometimes we can be completely overwhelmed and unable to cope for other reasons, including ones related to mental health. Fortitude and resilience will help, but they do not take the place of therapeutic intervention, medication, or crisis assistance. Sometimes things happen that do require professional help, and it is prudent, mature, and courageous to acknowledge this and seek help when needed, rather than just trying to power through difficulties. Counseling is often a key part of a multifaceted approach to maintaining a healthy life as a UMary student. The university offers counseling services in partnership with CHI St. Alexius Health. You can make an appointment by calling one of the numbers shown. Appointments can take place in person, in downtown Bismarck, or if you prefer, via Zoom. The University of Mary Student Development Office can facilitate these appointments by either arranging for rides to in-person appointments or providing private rooms for Zoom meetings. Student Success Center advisors, Student Development Office staff, RAs, RDs, and campus safety and security personnel can all assist you in making an appointment, so you should not hesitate to ask for help. The free sessions that are offered, 5 per issue per year. What this means is if you have a difficulty, you can get 5 free sessions of counseling for this difficulty alone and address anything that's bothering you. And then if you have other difficulties, coincidentally, for each difficulty, that adds 5 more free sessions to the ones that you can receive. You can continue to receive sessions after that, but it will be based on your insurance, and the details of that can be worked out by talking to the counseling services.